It feels good to get answers after unceasingly asking questions. Peace, family. I'm your host, Guruji Chastity. And today I'll share my journey since cutting out social media. Yeah, it's been about a month, 2 months. I never thought I'd be here, and I'm excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, family. First things first, I'm no longer constantly asking the universe questions. Yeah, I wanted to add to it, but I think that's just it. I'm not constantly asking the universe questions. I used this example with one of my students recently. So imagine if me and you was talking, right? And I said, "How you doing, sis?" No, how you doing? Before you can answer, I'm asking again. No, but for real, sis, tell me how you doing, because I really want you to be honest with me and just keep it 100. How are you doing? Because I was thinking that you was like feeling something, but you wasn't saying anything. But so I just wanted to be clear, like just keep it 100. Tell me how you feel. No, like you don't gotta sugarcoat nothing with me. Just lay it on me straight. If I kept doing that, you'll be like, bro, if you don't, can you shut up and let me answer the question? You know? Like, can you, wait, give me a second, but you keep asking me how I'm is and I can't even respond. I felt like that's what I was doing to the universe, because when I would get on social media, I was just impressionable by all of the stuff that I saw. Like, ooh, why can't I have that? Maybe we should do this. Will this work for us? Is this what I should be doing? No, why did you do that? Like, I just kept asking questions, and I never gave myself nor the universe time to answer those questions. And simply, for me, I want to say with social media, like I would get on social media and I would see everybody doing all these things, and now my attention is being drugged all of these different places. And I kind of speak on this as my last share, that it's not necessarily social media, it's me. Like, that's a clear sign that, like, oh, I probably got some focus opportunities ahead of me that help me better focus. I don't want to say challenges anymore, because that's not true. These are just opportunities for me to learn and grow. But I would say the first big whoa that I noticed is that I'm actually getting a chance to live out all of my questions, to live out all of my knowledge. Being on social media made it so I constantly had to be See, that's the illusion of social media. Y'all it makes us think that the people are doing the work because they're constantly showing us and telling us what they're doing. But for my case, I was just constantly doing, as far as like creating content. I necessarily wasn't always doing the content that I was sharing. I just had the wisdom or the information, or I had the clarity that I could just, I understood it, and so I could tell it to you with no problem. But does that mean I was always living it? Absolutely not, because I was too busy trying to create more content to give to you so you could see me. And it's just like, no, how about I just live the content? How does that feel? And for me, that felt a lot better than trying to constantly be in the creation and the asking phase of what I wanted from myself and from the universe. So that's number one. Number two, I've been able to find natural ways to be seen and heard and supported. Artificial intelligence, which is social media, was just a big wake-up call that, okay, the ways in which I was being seen and heard just weren't real. So I felt, when I would be on social media and I would post something and it hit some of the friends that I made on social media, and then we get to going in a conversation. I guess it's the dopamine that come out of that, you know, that feeling that we get from being on social media, that warm, fuzzy feeling that covers your whole body. I would get that all of the time. And I was on social media. I mean, I was posting at least once a day. And so by constantly doing that, it made me believe or feel like, oh shit, people do like me. I do got friends. You know, I am seen, heard, and supported out here. But the moment I got off of social media, I stopped tap dancing to be seen, heard, and supported, and it allowed me to, or it is allowing me to excuse me. It is allowing me to be seen, heard, and supported in ways that are healthy. Like, I can just chill, and if somebody noticed me, cool, and if not, cool. But before, when you post on social media, it's like, yo, I posted, nobody noticing me, like something wrong. It again puts me in another kick drive and another hypervigilant state for something totally different. And this stems from feeling like everybody that, you know, who I thought were my friends, that I met on social media, we don't talk now, but I realized like that was a very negative way to view that contrast, and I don't have to view it that way, so I chose to express it like this. The people who I want to say were my friends, but now that I'm off social media, I haven't heard from them. It's not that they weren't my friends, they were just seeing and hearing and supporting me in an artificial way, because we made those connections over artificial intelligence. So it's like, it's okay. I could easily make that mean something about me and make that mean something about them, but it don't have to be. It just helps me see. So when I view this contrast, instead of going to the negative end of the spectrum, when I go to the positive, what it helps me see is more of what I want, which is what I just described. I want more natural ways to be seen, heard, and supported, and stepping off social media has definitely granted me access to that, because I don't feel like I'm tap dancing for anyone's attention. I don't have to create a post to speak directly to this person and look at the metrics and see what time I posted, see if my caption was, I don't have to do none of that. I just get to be myself, and whomever is supposed to come to me will come, and I don't have to go out chasing or fishing for nothing. And that's really what my experience was like on social media. Yeah. Number 3, this might be one of the best. This might be one of the best ones. I have been able to define success for myself and know exactly what I want from life. And I know that's crazy. This is like, I don't mind, you know, giving a jig up on myself, because I feel like y'all probably watch them videos and be like, what? This whole time you ain't know what you wanted, but you then showed up on here and you look like X, Y, and Z. Well, shit, I was doing what they had said to do on the internet. The fuck? You know, so no, it was true. I didn't know exactly what I wanted, but I was moving in that direction. And so, what's it to you, Cletus? You should be doing the same thing. Ain't no imposter syndrome. We all out here figuring it out. But yeah, I mean, essentially, I would wake up, get on social media, and I saw how this one person was being successful, and then this other person, and then this other person, and they all say you should do this or you should try this, and here I am trying to go do and try all of that in a day's time, forgetting the plan, or not even creating a plan that might work for me or see what worked for me. I'm just trying to follow somebody else's plan because I didn't seen it on social media and I like shiny, sparkly new things. And it's like, bro, that was exhausting. And when I would follow that model, what ended up happening is that I would try out all of these steps, and either it wouldn't work or it would work, and it just wouldn't give me the feeling that was portrayed to have given from it. So it didn't give what it had supposed to gave, you know. And so yeah, it wasn't good. And so when I stepped off of social media and had to sit with my own ideas, my own experiences, and really get jiggy with the way the energy was flowing throughout my life, it pointed me in a direction that said, look at that. And when I looked, I said, wait, I think that's mine. I think that's the thing I had been looking for this whole time. I think I want that. And then when I walked and got closer in the vicinity of it, I just lit up. And I was like, oh my God, yes, this is exactly what I want. And yes, I am tap dancing and being a little secretive about expressing what it is that I want, but this is because sometimes you gotta lay low. And I would say that was my mistake in the past, by being on social media, by always broadcasting what I'm doing instead of doing or being, you know, what I'm talking about. And so I'm going to take a page out of my own realization book on that one, but I have been able to define success for me and not be bombarded with other people's idea of success and then try to mimic it or try to force it into the rigid model of success I've already had for myself, you know? Because the old idea of success I had for myself was very rigid, because it stemmed from my mother wound. It stemmed from me trying to please my mom but still be myself. And you can't think and you can't edit and write at the same time, right? So I couldn't try to live out my mama's blueprint for my life but still be myself simultaneously. Like, no, you either gonna be that puppet or you're gonna be yourself, and you gotta choose. And I stopped trying to be that puppet who was super financially successful, got everything together. I stopped trying to be that person and just be okay is not even the right word, because we're not practicing okayness no more. Like, I truly feel the potential of myself, you know? By defining success for myself, I feel the true potential of myself. And so slipping down into that negative mind chatter is a lot harder, because I'm like my number one cheerleader now, because I've defined success. It was really easy to criticize myself when I was using somebody else's blueprint, because I could be like, see, you're doing it wrong, because it wasn't mine to begin with. But when it's all coming from me, I would never criticize it like I was criticizing myself before. Because for what? I love her. Like, that's my baby. And why deuce you talk about chastity the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's because I haven't been forced to do so much, because I'm not trying to keep up with what everybody got going on and making sure I keep getting clients and students. I don't have to keep up with that no more. And so I really get to live the fruits of my labor a lot more intensely, the fruit of my teaching a lot more intentionally. And I love it here. Got that liquid gold, baby. This one, I'm trying not to make no face when I drink it. It's about a couple days old. We make the new batch today. We love it, but give a little pungent, sis. The last one I'm gonna share is social media is a thing. It is what it is. Social media is a thing, and social media ain't did nothing wrong to me. It was my lens, it was my baggage, it was my perspective, it was my trauma that was exposed on social media, whether to the world or to myself. But social media ain't never did nothing to nobody. Social media isn't it just is what it is. It's our own unique perspective or our own energy that we add into it that makes it what it is. And so for me, I will say social media expressed and exploited my blind spots. But nobody forced me to be on social media. I just had limiting beliefs at the time that made me stay on social media. But I had my blind spots expressed and exploited enough amount of times for me to be like, ooh, I don't like how that feels. Let me go try something else. Because for the longest, I was on social media not enjoying how it felt, but that's what everybody else was doing. This is what we've been told, that this is how you be successful. This is the ultimate tool. And I genuinely thought, like, how are people going to know about my business without social media? And I would say to myself, like, I know it has to be possible because social media didn't always exist and people were successful. And I know, y'all gonna be laughing at me like, bitch, what you mean? Like, you know word of mouth exists, you know it's a world outside. Yes, but I was hell-bent on believing that the only way that it would work is if I became famous or popular or this or that on social media. And so that's what I was trying to do. Did it work? Absolutely yes and no. Because I would be a fool to say, I would be a fool to say that it gained no momentum or I got nowhere. Esther Hicks says it beautifully. It would be like if we was on a cruise ship and you saying we docked at Miami and we supposed to be going to the Caribbean, and every day we're no closer to the Caribbean. Boy, I don't care if we went 5 miles per hour. Every day, if we went those 5 miles per hour, we are closer to the Caribbean. We are not more closer to home. We are closer and we are moving in the direction of our destination. And so, yes, I have been moving in the direction of my destination, But instead of cruising or going fast, I've been always hitting the brakes on that bit. And getting off social media just allowed me to ease up off of the brakes. So, yes, social media did create a lot of beautiful opportunities, a lot of connections for me. But in the new phase of life that it appears that I'm going into, I don't have to believe that I won't be successful unless I'm on social media. I don't have to believe that. I can believe something else and allow that to surprise me like it's doing now, right? And that feels a lot better for me. And so that's it, family. I just wanted to share, what I've been learning, how being off of social media has impacted my life with you. And I want you to do the same thing with me, family. In the comment section, share how social media is a tool for you. Because even though I'm out of the game on it, I still want to hear how you use it and freak that thing, because you are a unique expression of consciousness, and this I know. And I know you out here fire with it, and I'm sure you use social media to your utmost ability. So definitely share how you be freaking social media and how it worked for you. I love to hear how you leverage such a powerful tool, because I couldn't wield that mug. And so if you out here wielding that mug, let me know, big baby. Let me know. Until next time, I love you. Peace out.